Have you ever stepped out of the shower feeling worse than when you stepped in? Not refreshed, not relaxed, but oddly drained, jittery, or even anxious. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of older adults, especially those over 65, experience this without knowing why. The surprising truth is that when you bathe could be silently sabotaging your energy, sleep, and even heart health. Curious? Stick with us, because this video could transform your daily routine and how you feel every day. Bathing seems like a simple act, but timing it wrong can disrupt your circulation, weaken your immune system, or throw off your digestion. Science and ancient wisdom agree. The wrong shower time can leave you feeling off, while the right one can energize and restore. In this video, we dive deep into the worst times to bathe, like after eating or late at night, and reveal why these habits could increase risks like indigestion or even stroke. You'll also discover the best times to shower for better sleep, sharper focus, and a healthier heart. Don't miss this chance to unlock practical, life-changing insights tailored for seniors. Learn how small tweaks to your routine can boost your mood, ease joint stiffness, and help you age with confidence. By watching to the end, you'll gain tips to make every shower a moment of renewal. Subscribe, hit the bell, and let's start feeling better today. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. From 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. From 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. is a time of quiet reverence, a sacred period that many of us overlook, caught up in the rush of modern life. There's a deep, almost magical stillness that envelopes the world during these hours. The streets are deserted, the lights dim, and most of humanity is in slumber. But beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. Whether we're aware of it or not, our bodies are entering a state of healing. These few hours aren't just another part of the day. They are precious moments of transformation, recognized and honored for centuries by spiritual leaders, healers, and even early physicians. It's as if our body, during this sacred window, slows down, surrendering to the natural rhythm of the night. Your heartbeat softens. Your internal temperature begins to drop as your cells quietly work behind the scenes, repairing, restoring, and resetting. There is something so beautiful about this delicate, restorative process. It's as if the universe itself has orchestrated these hours for our bodies to rest and heal. But unfortunately, many of us disrupt this process without realizing it. Let's talk about one of the most common disruptions: bathing in these hours. It may feel so soothing, so comforting. After a long day, a warm bath seems like a well-deserved treat. But here's the thing: that bath, whether hot or warm, can be deeply disruptive to your body's natural rhythm. It's like this: imagine your body as a candle, burning low after a long, tiring day. The flame is soft, steady, and ready to dim into peaceful slumber. But what happens when you suddenly pour water, whether hot or cold, onto that flame? It doesn't just disturb it. You risk snuffing it out entirely. That's the subtle yet profound impact a midnight bath can have on your energy. At first, you might not notice it. You might feel relaxed for a moment, as if the bath has washed away the day's stresses. But pay close attention to what comes next. Do you find it harder to fall asleep than usual? Does your body feel uncomfortably cold, even under warm covers? Or perhaps your dreams become vivid, strange, or unsettling, leaving you feeling off when you wake up? These aren't just random occurrences. They're signs from your body and nervous system. They're trying to tell you that something is out of alignment. Something is amiss in the natural order. From 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., our bodies are ruled by yin energy. In Eastern philosophy, yin is soft, cool, inward, and quiet. It's the energy of rest, renewal, and deep peace. But when you take a bath during this time, especially if you're already tired, emotionally sensitive, or feeling unwell, you invite an overwhelming amount of stimulation. Your heart rate rises, your nervous system kicks into gear, and instead of sinking into the restful, healing sleep you desperately need, your body begins to fight itself. It's a battle between rest and stimulation, and unfortunately, rest often loses. This is especially true for older adults. Many people in their later years report feeling strange the next morning after taking a late-night bath. Not necessarily sick, but anxious, stiff, fatigued, or even oddly moody. It's subtle at first, but over time, it can accumulate and start to erode your well-being. When your sleep is disturbed regularly, it wears down your immune system, shifts your blood pressure, and leaves you emotionally vulnerable. Your resilience begins to thin. And if you live alone, this quiet deterioration of your health can be even more dangerous because there's no one there to notice but you. But here's the hopeful part. It's such a simple fix. You don't have to abandon your cherished evening bath. Just adjust the timing. Move it up a bit earlier, before 10 p.m., ideally. This way, your body still carries the warmth of the day, and your nervous system hasn't yet begun to dive into the peaceful depths of rest. Keep the water warm, not hot, and don't linger too long. Dry off quickly, and make your bedroom cozy and inviting. Turn down the lights, sip on a warm cup of tea, and let your body know it's time to wind down. You deserve this moment of peace. You've earned the gift of deep, uninterrupted sleep, and I don't want something as simple as a mistimed bath to rob you of that. 2. Immediately after eating. Let me take a moment to talk about something that most of us have never been warned about. Taking a shower immediately after eating. It's something that many of us do without thinking twice. You've just finished a hearty meal, your stomach is comfortably full, and the thought of a warm shower feels like the perfect way to unwind and settle in for the night. But what if I told you that this seemingly harmless habit could be doing more harm than good, especially as we get older? What feels soothing on the surface is quite stressful for your body on the inside. As we age, our bodies go through so many changes, and we begin to realize just how delicate the balance is. After eating, our body doesn't simply relax. It gets to work, almost like an orchestra playing in perfect harmony to break down the food we've just consumed. The body sends extra blood to the stomach and intestines, and enzymes activate while muscles gently contract, all working together to extract the nutrients we need. This process is intense, vital, and it takes time. But here's the catch. When we step into the shower immediately after eating, especially if the water is hot, things start to go wrong. As the warm water hits our skin, our blood vessels begin to expand to regulate temperature. This diverts blood from our digestive organs, interrupting that essential digestive process. While your stomach is still trying to break down the food, it no longer has the full support of the blood supply it needs. It's like pulling the plug on a carefully timed symphony. Everything goes out of sync. That's when you might feel bloated, nauseous, or unusually full for a longer period than normal. For some, it gets even worse. You may experience heartburn, cramping, or a heaviness in your chest. But here's the scary part. You may not even realize that it's the timing of your shower that caused these uncomfortable symptoms. Now, let's take this a step further. For seniors, especially those with low blood pressure or heart conditions, the risks are even greater. Bathing right after a meal can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure. Think about it. Your body is already working hard on digestion, and when you introduce the added stress of temperature changes from a hot shower, your heart and blood vessels become overwhelmed. This can lead to dizziness, lightheadedness, and in some cases, fainting. And if you're in the bathroom when that happens, slippery tiles, no one around to help, the danger multiplies. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. I remember a conversation I had with a woman named Susan, in her late 60s. She had been feeling unusually tired every evening and assumed it was simply due to her age, her medications, or maybe just a result of a busy day. But when we took a closer look, we discovered something eye-opening. She was bathing within 10 minutes of finishing her dinner every night. Once she made the simple change of waiting 45 minutes before showering, her energy levels returned, and with it, a renewed sense of peace. It wasn't a big change, but the difference was huge. I often think of digestion as building a fire. You've just stacked the logs, and you've lit the flame. If you throw a bucket of cold water on it too soon, the fire won't grow. It will sputter out and die. And that's what happens when we rush into the shower after eating. We extinguish the fire that's supposed to fuel us, instead of letting it burn brightly and do its job. So here's what I suggest. Give your body the time it needs. Wait at least 30 to 60 minutes after eating before hopping into the shower. And if you're sensitive to blood pressure changes, consider using lukewarm water instead of hot water. Take a gentle walk after your meal. Nothing strenuous, just a little movement to help your body digest and stabilize. It's all about giving your body the space to do what it was made to do. Nourish and heal you, not fight against you. 3. Before 5 a.m. Have you ever woken up in the stillness of the early morning, the sky still blanketed in darkness, and thought to yourself, I'll just hop in the shower and get a head start on my day? It feels so productive, right? Almost like you're beating the clock before the day even begins. It seems harmless, even beneficial. But for older adults, showering before 5 a.m. can do more harm than good. Not because the water itself is the issue, but because of the timing, something so simple, yet so vital. Let's think about it for a moment. The hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. aren't just any hours. They are a fragile bridge, delicately transitioning your body from a deep state of rest to one of waking consciousness. It's a quiet, sacred time, like the calm before a storm or the moment before a flower unfurls its petals to greet the morning sun. Everything is moving so slowly, so gently. Your body is still in the process of preparing for the day. But then, here we are, stepping into a cold or even lukewarm shower, asking our body to jump into full gear before it's ready. We're interrupting the natural flow, and it's not our fault. We simply don't realize the consequences. In the early morning, your nervous system hasn't fully woken up yet. Your immune system is still recalibrating, taking its time to adjust. Your circulation is sluggish, and your body's temperature regulation is still trying to sync up with the first light of day. It's like trying to run a race before you've even stretched your muscles. No wonder you may feel jittery, anxious, or strangely fatigued after an early morning shower. You didn't do anything wrong. You just disrupted the rhythm that your body so desperately needs. Think of your body after a long night of sleep like a symphony orchestra tuning its instruments. Each organ, each hormone, every nerve is awaiting the signal for the performance to begin. The body needs that moment of calm, waiting for the sunlight to touch its face, for the warmth of day to gently awaken it. But when we rush in with a shower before 5 a.m., it's like telling the orchestra to start playing a full concert without finishing their sound check. It's simply too much too soon, and that's when the problems begin. When we push our bodies too quickly, we might start to feel the effects. Muscle tension, joint stiffness, headaches, or that disorienting on-edge feeling that can linger for hours. And it's not anxiety. It's not just the aging process. It's your body's nervous system struggling to catch up with the shock you've given it. Older adults, in particular, are more vulnerable to changes in body temperature, blood pressure, and immunity. Add a poorly timed shower to the mix, and you're compounding the risks. A sudden shock to the system, especially in a cold bathroom, can weaken your immune defenses and make you more prone to infections, like colds or sinus issues. I remember talking to a retired teacher named Margaret who used to start her days at 4:30 a.m. with a quick shower. She'd always feel foggy and off until well into the morning, like her brain was constantly playing catch-up. It wasn't until she started delaying her shower to after sunrise that things changed. She felt more alert, her mood lifted, her digestion improved, And perhaps the most significant change, her sleep deepened. Sometimes, it's not about cramming more into the day. It's about doing things at the right time. If you're someone who enjoys the quiet of an early morning, that's wonderful. Cherish it. Take that time to sit by a window, sip some warm tea, stretch gently. Let your body gradually transition from sleep to wakefulness. Give yourself the chance to finish waking up before you introduce the stimulation of water. Trust me, you'll feel so much better. The ideal time for a shower in the morning is between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. That's when your body is fully adjusted to the daylight, and everything is in sync. Blood is flowing stronger, your heart is in a stable rhythm, and your body is ready to be awakened the right way. A shower at this time becomes an act of renewal, not a jarring shock to the system. You deserve a morning that welcomes you gently, a morning that makes you feel refreshed, not overwhelmed. So next time you think about jumping in the shower before the sun rises, remember, timing matters, and your body deserves that tender, careful awakening. 4. When tired, feverish, or after exercise. There are moments in life when you can feel your body slowing down, not because of age or any illness, but simply because life itself has taken its toll. Maybe you didn't get a good night's sleep, or perhaps you've had a grueling day, or you pushed yourself just a bit too hard on that morning walk. Something may be brewing inside you, a hint of sickness starting to take hold. You can feel it in your body, that dull ache in your joints, the subtle warmth rising in your forehead, and most telling of all, the creeping sensation that your energy is slowly draining away, like water trickling out of a faucet that you can't quite turn off. And in those moments, a bath may seem like the perfect remedy. There's something so comforting, so soothing about the thought of warm water wrapping around your tired muscles or a flushed face. It feels like a gentle act of self-care, the one thing you can give yourself in times when everything else feels overwhelming. But there's a deeper truth we often overlook in our desire for comfort. When your body is already feeling weak, exhausted, or feverish, even the most comforting things can become overwhelming. Even comfort can become a shock to a system already in distress. When you're tired, your body is already working overtime. Your heart is doing its best to keep your blood pressure stable, to ensure oxygen flows to your cells, to maintain your fragile equilibrium. Your nervous system, stretched thin, becomes sensitive to even the slightest disruption. Your energy is almost non-existent. And when you step into a shower, especially if the water is too hot or too cold, it's like throwing a sudden jolt into an already fragile balance. The shock of it tightens your blood vessels, speeds up your heart rate, and leaves you feeling even more drained than before. It's like trying to light a candle in the wind. Instead of glowing steadily, the flame flickers, stumbles, and eventually goes out. This principle holds when you're running a fever too. A fever is not the enemy. It's your body's way of fighting back against infection, of rising to heal itself. But when you step into a shower with a fever, you're throwing your body's internal thermostat into disarray. The temperature shift, from hot to cold, or cold to hot, can cause a cascade of symptoms. Chills, dizziness, or a dangerous spike in body temperature once you step out. And many older adults don't realize this. When you're sick, you feel dirty and uncomfortable, and the urge to cleanse yourself is overwhelming. But bathing while feverish only prolongs the illness, intensifies muscle aches, causes headaches, and heightens inflammation. It's not always the right time to scrub away discomfort. Then, there's post-exercise. We've all been told that we should take a shower immediately after working out. And yes, personal hygiene is important. But it's also essential to consider the timing. After physical exertion, your blood vessels are wide open, your heart is still elevated, and your muscles are inflamed. Your body is in a state of recovery, and jumping into a shower too soon, especially with cold water, sends your vessels into a quick, unnatural constriction. This disrupts circulation and slows down the recovery process, leaving you feeling sore and fatigued far longer than you should. You might notice cramps in your calves, stiffness in your shoulders, or that lingering tiredness that just won't seem to go away. But here's the good news. You don't have to feel rushed. With just a little patience, you can avoid these pitfalls. If you're feeling tired, rest first. Lie down, close your eyes, and allow your body to catch up. Sip on some warm water or herbal tea to soothe yourself. If you're feverish, avoid jumping into the shower immediately. Instead, use a warm, damp cloth to gently wipe your skin, letting your body rest before you give it the shock of a full bath. And if you've just worked out, give yourself time. Allow 20 to 30 minutes for your body to cool down naturally. Stretch, breathe, and only then, step into the shower with lukewarm water. Not too hot, not too cold. Your body isn't just a machine. It's a living, breathing ecosystem that requires care, rhythm, and balance. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we get older, the little things, like timing, temperature, and intention, matter more than ever. Bathing should be a gentle blessing, an act of self-love, not a shock to your already delicate system. So, the next time you feel the urge to rush into the shower when you're tired, feverish, or sore, take a moment. Pause. Ask yourself, is my body asking for water, or is it asking for rest? Sometimes, the best way to care for yourself isn't through a shower, but through listening to your body and honoring its need for time to heal. 1. Between 6 o'clock and 8 a.m. There is something undeniably magical about the hours between 6 o'clock and 8 a.m. The world is still soft with slumber, yet the first light of the day begins to stretch and creep through the window, casting a gentle glow across your room. It's in these precious moments, as the world shifts from night to day, that your body too begins to stir. There's an almost imperceptible hum of energy that rises within you, like a gentle current of life that whispers, "It's time." This is the secret behind why a morning bath or shower holds such power. It's not just about cleaning your body, it's about awakening it. The water, when it touches your skin in those quiet morning hours, acts as a signal. It's a whisper to your nervous system, urging it to wake up, to breathe, and to step into the day with renewed energy. This is a moment when you begin again, refreshed, ready to move forward. After a peaceful night of rest, where your body and mind have worked tirelessly to recover and heal, you're still gently waking up. During the night, while you slept soundly, your body worked in ways you might not even be fully aware of. Cells regenerating, tissues healing, and your immune system recalibrating. And yet, even after all this work, when you rise, your body is still in transition, still warming up. It's like the sun, which doesn't simply spring to life in an instant but rises slowly, gradually, softly. When you step into a shower during these quiet morning hours, it's as though you're rising with the sun. You're syncing your rhythms with nature, gently, gracefully, in a way that feels natural and harmonious. This isn't about forcing energy into your day. It's about awakening to it, step by step, as the world does. One of the understated yet powerful benefits of a morning shower is its positive impact on hormonal balance, especially for older adults. It stimulates the release of cortisol, not the harmful stress-induced cortisol, but the healthy kind that gets you up, alert, and focused. It's the natural burst that helps you stay grounded emotionally throughout the day. Additionally, it helps regulate your levels of dopamine and adrenaline, which not only improve your mood and memory but also boost your motivation, giving you that little spark to tackle whatever comes your way. Let's not forget the physical benefits either. If you've ever woken up with stiffness or swelling in your joints or feet, that gentle morning rinse can do wonders. The water, especially when it's at a comfortable temperature of 77 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, helps stimulate blood circulation, easing any inflammation, and leaving you with a lighter, more mobile feeling. It's like the water is permitting you to move again, to feel like yourself after a night of stillness. But beyond the physical and biological processes, this morning ritual is about something deeper. It's about the intention you set for your day. Far too often, we rush through our mornings, jumping out of bed and diving straight into the demands of life, not giving our bodies the time they need to transition fully into the waking world. A mindful shower, however, can become a sacred ritual. It's a moment, a gift, where you can breathe, stretch, and prepare yourself for the day ahead with gratitude. In those moments, you might hum softly, say a prayer, or simply allow the water to wash away any heaviness or lingering stress from the night before. There's beauty in this quiet time. It's not a task, it's an offering to yourself. It gives you clarity, calm, and a sense of renewal. So, tomorrow, when the first light starts to rise, I encourage you to give yourself that gift. Step into the shower not as a task to check off, but as a blessing, an invitation to wake up to the day with your whole being. Aging gracefully isn't about pushing yourself harder or faster. It's about taking moments like this, doing things with intention, and allowing your body and soul to move through time with grace and harmony. Because in those moments of stillness, in the quiet act of rising with the day, you are giving yourself the most beautiful gift of all, a clean slate, a fresh start. 2. Between 7 o'clock and 9 p.m. Between 7 o'clock and 9 p.m., the world outside begins to soften, a quiet reverence settling over everything. The sun dips low on the horizon, casting a golden glow over the stillness of the evening. It's a sacred time, a moment that invites us to pause and be present, to take a breath and let go of the day. This time of night, in that space between dusk and nightfall, holds a magic all its own. The clatter of the world fades away. The last dishes have been cleaned and put away, the hustle of the day finally quieting. The evening news plays softly in the background, but it feels like background noise now, like a distant hum compared to the peacefulness settling over the home. The soft hum of stillness is like an invitation, a whispering call to slow down, to return to yourself, to sink into the soothing embrace of the present moment. And then, a warm bath. It's so much more than just a routine. It's a ritual, a sacred practice, a release of all that's been carried throughout the day. You've done so much today, facing worries, engaging in conversations, running errands. And even if you've been sitting most of the day, your body still feels the weight, the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your back, those little aches that settle in and refuse to leave. For so many older adults, the evening carries not just the physical fatigue, but a quiet emotional heaviness, a weight that often goes unspoken. It's not just about being physically tired, it's about everything we hold within. And that's where the warm bath, simple as it may seem, becomes a true sanctuary, a place to lay down those burdens, even if just for a moment. At this time, your body is already preparing for rest, guided by nature's rhythm. Your core temperature starts to drop gently, signaling to your brain that it's time to ease into the quiet of sleep. As your brain begins to produce melatonin, the hormone that helps usher you into restorative sleep, you may feel a sense of calm start to wash over you. But here's something remarkable. The warm bath enhances this natural process. When you soak in water around 95 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, your body temperature rises just enough to signal your brain. But once you step out, the cooling effect is instant, sending a message to your brain that it's time to rest. This cooling down process sends waves of calm across your nervous system, gently guiding you into sleep. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But it's not just the science at play here. It's the simple, healing act of it all. Stepping into the warm water, feeling it surround you, the soothing sensation as it envelopes your skin, these moments become a form of meditation. With each breath, you begin to slow down. The breath becomes deeper, more deliberate. The tension that you've unknowingly been holding, the emotional knots, the mental clutter, it all begins to release. The bath transforms into a quiet affirmation. You've done enough for today. Now, it's your turn to receive care, to care for yourself, to honor your own needs. And in that moment, in the quiet of your mind, you get to rest. For those struggling with sleepless nights or racing thoughts, this practice holds profound power. Adding a few drops of lavender or chamomile essential oil to your bath, or even soaking your feet for a mere 10 minutes, can amplify the calming effects. It's not about fancy spa treatments. It's about creating a sanctuary, a space for peace. Even the smallest rituals, lighting a candle, dimming the lights, can turn an ordinary evening into a refuge, a place to recalibrate, to connect with your body's rhythms. And perhaps most importantly, this evening bath is a boundary. It marks the line between the busy, noisy world outside and your inner peace. It's your way of telling your mind and body, we're done for today. It's time to let go. Time to rest, to heal. Many older adults I've spoken to say that this simple evening habit has had a profound impact on their lives, particularly their sleep. One woman, Linda, shared with me that she stopped waking up at 2 a.m. simply by shifting her bath to 8 p.m. and adding soft music in the background. She felt more at ease, more settled. It's incredible how often the most profound healing comes not from medications or treatments, but from simple mindfulness, from listening to our bodies, from allowing ourselves the luxury of warmth and care. So tonight, as the day begins to wind down, consider this: light a candle. Dim the lights. Let the water wrap around you, like a gentle embrace. No hurry. No distractions. Just you, in the soft rhythm of your breath. Let go of the weight of the day. Sleep doesn't begin the moment your head hits the pillow. It begins when you permit yourself to unwind, to release. At this stage in life, every small choice we make matters more. The way we wake up, the foods we eat, the way we rest, and yes, even the way we bathe, all of these are subtle, powerful signals to our body. They're reminders that we're still here, still living, still deserving of care. So, when the night falls, let this be your moment of care. Let this be your time to honor your body, to honor yourself, because you are worth it. As we close today's video, I hope you found a new appreciation for the simple yet powerful act of slowing down. In the busyness of life, we often forget to honor the small moments that can truly restore us, like the quiet ritual of an evening bath. It's not just about cleaning your body. It's about releasing the tension, both physical and emotional, that we carry every day. So, what have you learned so far? What part of this practice do you feel inspired to try for yourself? I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, share one thing you've learned today that you're going to bring into your own routine. Whether it's taking a moment to slow down before bed or incorporating a simple evening ritual for peace, your journey matters. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us keep bringing you content that can make a real difference in your life. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care of yourself, and remember, you are always worthy of peace and self-care.